Hello everyone, this is Shankar from Metaforum Technologies. In this video, I'm going to explain you how to get your dream software testing job. So, before choosing software testing as your dream job, you have to first identify what are the various niches, what are the various roles, what are the various path in software testing. See, you can either become a manual tester, or you can become an automation tester, or you can get into mobile testing or performance testing. These are the major areas. See, if you talk about manual testing or manual tester, actually he takes normally the role of an end user who's going to use the product. Okay, so it is tedious process. Manual testing is a tedious process, and the manual tester has to write lot of test cases. He has to find bugs, submit bugs report. Normally all the test cases will be written according to some pre-written laid out plans. And when it comes to automation testing, normally you have to write scripts, including you have to have some knowledge on scripts, including VB scripts or Java, and then you have to evaluate a software using the script. So there is no need of any manually writing test cases or manually doing everything. So it will save a lot of time. So many clients move to automation testing these days. And when it comes to you see, mobile testing is the future. There are many clients who are looking for mobile testers. It's hottest cake in the market. Probably you can choose tools like APM, which requires a bit of knowledge on either Java or Ruby. See, when it comes to automation testing, probably you can choose tools like QTP or UFT or Selenium. Selenium is actually an open source tool, which is mostly based on Java, and which is becoming very popular these days. Whereas QTP or UFT is concerned, it is a product from HP, and it is actually widely used in the market. So last, when it comes to performance testing, the role or the software tester will be testing the software against some specific workload. For example, he might test the software against responsiveness or maximum load capacity, so on. So what our advice would be that you have to focus on one area. You cannot be master on all. So you have to focus on one or two areas at the maximum, and you can work on that. So probably manual testing knowledge is must. So you can choose manual testing plus any one of the automation testing is what our suggestion would be. And future is actually a mobile testing. And see, when it comes to automation testing, there are many students who will ask me whether we should go for QTP or UFT or Selenium. What is good for job? Which is good for job market? Stuff like that. I would say both QTP and Selenium has their own job market. Both the skills are in demand. The idea with Selenium is that Selenium is becoming very popular because it is open source, and there are many advantages. It is operating system independent and it is browser independent. There are many advantages with Selenium, but at the same time, see, many of the Fortune 500 or Fortune 1000 clients, when they are going to use a testing tool, they obviously will look for some support. When it comes to QTP or UFT, there is always a support. HP is always there, but when it comes to Selenium, where is the support? So that is a big question mark. So for any open source tool, not only leave Selenium, for any open source tool, you have to wait and watch how it progresses. But currently Selenium is getting popular. Okay, and you have to do your own. You have to analyze your own strength and weakness and choose one of these niches. And when it comes to particular tool, selecting a tool for upgrading your skill, you have to follow the following points. See, you have to at least take into consideration the following points. See, first, you just don't randomly choose a course that is hottest cake in the market. you have to use your existing domain experience. See, you cannot, let us say APM or Selenium is hottest in the market now. You cannot directly jump into Selenium or APM without knowing, let us say, Java, or without knowing VB scripts, or without knowing even manual testing. So you need to leverage your existing experience. That is the most important thing. You cannot randomly jump into a course just because it is the hottest cake in the market. So if you are a testing professional and it is time for you to learn the new automation tools in the market, there is no other go. Especially in India, competition is becoming very tight every day. See, there are previously, let us say 8 years, 10 years back, IT resources are very in demand in the market. Now every Tom, Dick and Harry will do a course from any random engineering college and will be a competitor for you. So it is high time that you look for skill upgradation, especially if you are a manual tester with 5 years, 6 years experience. You should learn and get certified yourself with at least one automation tool. Either go for QTP or go for Selenium. And if you are looking too much into the future, you can always choose APM, which is also becoming very popular mobile testing tool. So if you are a fresh graduate, you cannot directly learn an automation testing tool. First you have to know basics of manual testing, like how to write test cases, what is software development life cycle, what is waterfall method, stuff like that. Then only you can get into automation testing. So you have to write a lot of manual test cases. So our advice would be is that choose a manual testing course plus a course like QTP, which has better job opportunities. And for non-testing guys, non-IT guys who wants to get into IT via testing, see, you have to leverage your existing experience and move on. See, for example, if you are an insurance, if you are working in an insurance sector, you will have insurance domain knowledge, right? So you should leverage your experience on that. You should leverage your knowledge on that. You should attack companies that has large client base on insurance. Suppose if you are a healthcare guy, you have to leverage your experience on healthcare and attack companies that are large healthcare clients. When it comes to choosing a tool, of course, you have to learn manual testing, plus you can either choose Selenium if you have Java knowledge, or you can choose QTP and you can do certification also. So what will be that if you are a manual tester, probably you can go for ISTBQ certification. If you are an automation tester, you have to go for HP certification. Testing certification always gives an added advantage. So how to get a QA job, quality analyst job? See, first obviously is that you should have the necessary skills that is required for a job. You should have strong knowledge on manual testing and at least one automation testing tool. And then you have to upload all your resumes to various job sites like Naukri, Monster, stuff like that. And most important thing is that it must be consistent. See, you cannot have one information on one site and another information another job site. It is not going to create a good impression on your profile. So you need to have consistent updates into various job sites. And also you can directly apply to companies. See, there are many companies that will regularly update the requirements in their career tab. You can directly go and apply for the job via your CV. And of course you can talk to few consultants for a contract job. And I would say the most important thing these days is you should leverage your social media contacts to your advantage. For example, you can create lot of videos on manual testing and automation testing and upload it freely on YouTube. Or you can create technology blogs on manual and automation testing and share it on both Facebook as well as LinkedIn. See, LinkedIn is becoming very, very popular tool for recruiters to look out for candidates. You have to create correct connection in LinkedIn. You have to connect with correct HRs, connect with industry mentors, seniors, tech team leads, managers, stuff like that, and ask them to review your videos, ask them to review your blogs, and ask them to review your profile in general. That is how you build connections. That is how you network. That is what you need to do. It's not like you just join an institute, you do a course, you cannot expect to be get placed. You have to self market yourself. See, I have already created a video on promoting yourself in job market. It is in the same channel, you can also refer to that. Okay, and then see, you have to join a correct institute or a training partner to get the skill upgradation. Self learning is one thing, but it is good for let us say experienced IT guys. But definitely, if you are a fresh graduate or a guy who is looking to get into IT via software testing, you need to join an institute. You need to get mentored by a trainer. That actually helps you to understand the industry requirements, understand your job roles, stuff like that. See, you have to take demo from at least 3 or 4 trainers, and then you narrow down on a trainer and you can join with him. And my normal advice for any student will be that don't never trust or never ever trust a institute that promise 100% placement guarantee. That is not possible at all, period. Okay, next, if you are a fresher especially, you can try for this position, internships. There are many companies who recruit freshers or interns for software testing. You should join them, you should prove your capability for 3-4 months, and then they will normally recruit you on their payroll. Okay, even if they don't recruit you on their payroll, you have 2 things. One, you have internship certificates which will be helpful for your next job. 2, you have a real-time work experience which will also be helpful in terms of cracking your next interview. So internship is a major role which is fast catching up in India. Actually, even in our Metaforum Technologies, we arrange compulsory internship for all our fresh students. Okay, or probably you can see websites like 2019.com that regularly comes up with various internships. And referrals. See, this will be helpful if you are a non-IT guy who wants to get into IT. Probably you can take the help of your relatives or friends or your trainers or the institute to give you some referrals for the companies. This will be helpful even for experienced professional who wants to change the domain. Referrals will be very useful for them also. And these are the things that you should not do actually. See, normally people don't give importance to CV in terms of formatting, in terms of the content they provide. There are 2 or 3 basic rules. Don't have your CV more than 2 pages at the maximum. Better to have a single page CV, but at the maximum you should not have more than 2 pages of your CV, and all the things must be properly formatted. Your CV is your address, don't forget that. And you should not apply for every job that is available in the market. Okay, so you just choose the job, study their profiles, study their requirements, study the skill set required, and then you have to apply. So don't randomly go on and apply for all the jobs, and it will make a bad impression on the recruiter. They will feel that you are a desperate guy. And see, things will go wrong if you are not having an answer for this question, why testing. See, there are many students who come to our institute for training. When I ask them why you come for software testing, they will tell me, sir, I don't have knowledge on programming, sir, I'm not interested in programming, sir, programming does not comes to me, so that is why I'm choosing testing. If you are going to say this answer in your interview, I promise you are not going to get any job, not even an internship position, not even a free job. See, idea is that testing is a complicated job on its own. It requires lot of skill set to be a tester. You cannot randomly say that I'm going to become a tester because I'm not good in programming. No way testing is inferior to programming. Okay, you have to have a proper answer. Like for example, you should say that I have always had a passion for finding bugs, or I have always passion for in software development life cycle or waterfall methods. I should say that I have passion for QA, quality analyst positions, or Six Sigma, stuff like that. See, you cannot say that I am not a good programmer, that is why I am going to become a tester. That is not going to create a right impression. Okay, and don't pretend that you are having all the skills. Don't pretend that. See, you will normally have skills that you are taught with or normally you are I'm going to skill that you have already have some experience with. So put that or project that in your CV. Don't say that you know everything, and you will land up in trouble if they are going to ask some questions deep into that. And you'll also find difficulties if you don't have any practical knowledge. Okay, so you should have some practical knowledge. That is why internships comes into picture. Or if you do a course in a training institute, ask for them to teach you with some projects, some real-time projects, and arrange for some internships before approaching any interview. And these are some common myths about software testing jobs. See, there are many people who say that software testing is a simple job, but it's absolute rubbish. It's a complex job. It has its own logic. You have to write complex test cases. You have to have a test plan. You need to know complete the software development lifecycle process to be a good tester. Even when it comes to salary, software testing is no way inferior to developer positions. Okay, and there are a lot of on-site opportunities for testers. So you guys, I know you guys are looking for to get into on-site. So software testing is a good way to go for on-site jobs. And testing, there are many guys who say testing is inferior to development. Again, absolute bullshit. Testing is as important as development. In fact, I would say testing is more important than development. There could be many automation tools in the market, but still testing job is pretty complex. And most common myth is that automation testing means just clicking a button. That's it. See, it's not the case. You need to write. Yeah, that is the case with at least some portion, but many times you need to write your script, either using VB script or using Java, stuff like that, to write your automation cases, test cases. And when it comes to landing in a testing job, you cannot expect that you can enroll for a course today and tomorrow you will land up in a job. It is not the case. Any testing job requires at least 90 days for you to get a job. From the moment you start learning, it will be a 90-day process in the best case. Normally it is 3 to 6 months, but minimum you need 90 days. Okay, so you cannot rush things. You cannot say attend 1 or 2 interviews and get frustrated and leave. Or quit trying. It's not going to work out like that. It is a 90-day process. You need to attend a lot of interviews. So before attending any interview, you need to attend few dummy and at least mock interviews. So that's going to help you a lot when you attend a real interview. And on an average, for a normal student, it requires at least 3 interviews to clear your to get a job, I would say. So these are some of our insights from our experience working with hundreds of software testing students. Okay, so you can always use this as a reference and you can innovate on this to get to your software testing job. Best wishes. Thank you for listening to the video. This is Shankar from Metaforum Technologies.